What's up, guys? Winter Kills here. Welcome back to a brand new deck profile. Today I have updated version of Photon Galaxy. You guys been asking for this. At least I've seen a couple people ask for it, so I figured I'd go ahead and update it anyways, because it has been a while and I've made a few changes. Obviously with ban list had to make one change, which was at least cutting soul charge. That was like one of the only changes I had to make, but I wanted to look into it a bit more and make some other changes to the main deck. Nothing really in the extra deck. Most changes being made in the main deck, you know, via some testing. So yeah, also before we go and get started, check out, guys, Imperium Duelist for some of these awesome sleeves. You can see I'm rocking here on the main deck and the extra deck, and beautiful playmat like this, the Dragon Scale playmat. If you want to check out any of that stuff, you can do so by checking out the link to them in the description, using that code to save 10% off on your next purchase. So we'll get started. 3 Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, the standard 3 Galaxy Eyes, heart and soul of the deck. 3 Galaxy Knight, still the best normal summon in the deck in my opinion, to bring back Galaxy Eyes to make rank 8 plays or link 2 plays. Really powerful card, definitely still like playing it at 3. 2 Brave, still playing the 2 Brave. Again, it's a decent extender. It gets something on your field to be able to use cards like Vanisher, which is really important, or Knight. So just all around really good card. I've liked the 2 ratio. I guess maybe if I ever going forward, I'd only consider maybe playing a third one of these. I don't think I'd cut it down to 1 because I still like being able to see the card sometimes. Because I don't know, it's a decent extender, but it's not the greatest. It can be dead in your hand depending on what you open. Most of the time, trade in fodder, discard fodder. Then we have 3 Soldier. One of the better cards in the deck. You pitch a light monster, summon it from your hand, then you gotta add a Galaxy monster. You can search himself. Make rank 5 plays or link plays. Really solid card all around. 3 Photon Orbital. He's the guy that equips to your Photon or Galaxy monsters. And allows you to attach himself to basically go ahead and search a Photon or Galaxy monster. The monster is equipped to, gains 500 attack and defense, which is pretty solid, and it can't be destroyed by battle, so this card comes in clutch all sorts of ways. 3 Vanisher, basically summon them while you control Photon or Galaxy to search Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. Really incredible extender here. And then to follow up with the Thrasher, I guess the Vanisher follows up is the Thrasher. You just special summon if you control no monsters, cannot attack, so usually go Thrasher into Vanisher, get a Galaxy Eyes search, overlay these 2 into a Soul Flare, or do whatever. Really nice combos with those 2 cards. So play, those are the rest of the Photon monsters, and we have 2 Galaxy monsters here, 1 Wizard and 1 Cleric. I decided to stick with the 1/1 this time around because most builds I was playing was only either playing just this guy or this guy and none of the other. But I'm deciding to play like one of each now because they both like have their advantages and disadvantages. This guy sucks if you open him. Like he makes your bad hands terrible, but he fixes your bad hands because you can actually do something with him. Although this is a good follow-up to a first turn play with number 90 Soul Flare and any other monster you're able to make, because you can just add this off in number 90 during your opponent's turn and then start your turn with this to recycle a bunch of resources. But again, like, you still have to sacrifice your normal summon for this, so like it's still a card I'm iffy on, but I wanted to try it going forward since I've seen so many other people try it and enjoy the card. And I've had people tell me good things about it and stuff, so I figured I'd give it a shot, and so far it's alright. So 3 Galaxy Expedition, be able to summon another level 5 or higher while you control one is still really good. Complete rank 8 or rank 5 plays. Then we have 3 Sanctuary, 1 card link 2, restriction only summoning light monsters, which doesn't really matter most of the time because you're never really going to go into Boral Sword turn 1, the only non-light monster that we play. So this card really never restricts you in summoning anything in any way, shape, or form, except for the Boral Sword, obviously, but like literally everything else you can make under it, so it doesn't matter. 3 Trade in for draw power, 2 Galaxy Trance. This card is busted, but it does have its drawbacks. You have to pay 2k to activate it, and the turn you activate it, you have to, you can't like normal or special summon any other monsters except Photon or Galaxy monsters, so that restriction can hurt you quite a bit, especially if you have like a rank 5 play ready, but like you needed to resolve this to like get a power play going and go to a rank 8. That's why I really wish we had a Photon or Galaxy rank 5, so you can still do something with Soldier under this card. You can't really, you just have to like link him away, which is kind of weird. Then we have 2 Desires. Really good draw engine for the deck. Trade-in isn't enough on its own, I find. I think you definitely need Desires. Then we have 2 Galaxy Zero. Basically a searchable monster reborn. Like, I've always been playing this card at 1, but like I said, I had to like make a change with, you know, cutting Soul Charge and fighting extra space. And I cut Called by the Grave from this deck as well because with like hand traps being less prevalent than they are now, especially with what I'm usually playing against and the overall meta as a whole, I decided to cut that card from here entirely because I thought it was just making too many brick hands. Like, it was just a card that you'd open that you could use preventatively, but like it just would never come up, and then like it would lead to a lackluster field because you just wish you would have had another combo piece in hand. Again, I'm not saying like you shouldn't play Call by the Grave right now. If you want to play it, feel free to go ahead and play it. You could cut like a 0 cleric and like one other card, but like this card doesn't really have that many drawbacks. Like, you play it, you reborn something from grave, you can add link with it, or if you reborn a number 90, you can exchange over top of it. It's just a really strong card, and it's searchable off of like Wizard. It's searchable off of number 90. Very good card. So like late game with like Wizard in this card, you can just come back pretty far, and especially like we're also playing like a Monster Reborn too. So like 3 Monster Reborns in the deck is pretty nice. 1 Rhoda to either search out your Thrasher or Vanisher for whichever one you don't have, or maybe you just need one. Definitely a good card. And then we have 2 traps here. 2 Tachyon Transmigration. This is a card I was iffy on like for the past couple months, but I decided to put it back in because I feel like it's not too bad to at least play 2 of these in the main deck. It can negate a whole chain link of your opponent's cards, which is just like insane. And anything that activates on the field gets shuffled into the deck. And you can activate this from your hand if you have Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon. And, like, the only thing you need to make this card live is a Galaxy Eyes monster, which like is not that hard to do. If you can't put a Galaxy Eyes monster on your field and you open this card, like, you're just gonna lose anyways. Like, that's just the way I put it. Like, if you can't even put like a Soul Flare number 90 or any like Galaxy Eyes monster, you're just in a really bad position already. Now we'll go into the extra deck, where you have 1 Boral Sword for like your turn 3 follow-up. Like, you go first, they go, then you come back, and then like if they haven't been able to break your field in any way, shape, or form, you can just go into this to like end the game immediately. So I really like Boral Sword for that reason. Then I have the 3 Soul Flare Dragons. This card is phenomenal. I love playing 3. Some people will tell me that it's too much, but like I love this card at 3. It does so much for the deck. It adds back a card. It can have disruption during your opponent's turn. Like, it's just incredible. I think 3 is definitely nice. The only thing I could recommend, like, if you don't have Boral Sword or don't want to pay for its ridiculous price point right now, which I totally understand, you can play Hippo Shinogen. You can do the 3 Soul Flare and 1 Hippo Shinogen. And Hippo Shinogen's nice because this deck has like a weird matchup with Sky Striker, and the fact that they make some of your monsters, especially with Shizuku, below 2000 attack, which make it harder to go into Soul Flare. Obviously, Hippo Shinogen would help you with that, but he isn't going to help you win the Sky Striker matchup as a whole. I can guarantee you that. So 3 Soul Flare is fine. And I like the 1 Boral Sword. Like I said, it could be like any other Link 4, or it could just be a Hippo Shinogen. Then we have 1 rank 4 Splash Dragon. Being able to protect your monster from targeting and destruction is really good. Anything with over 2000 attack or more. He has 1800, but a lot of times you can equip him with Orbital to get him up over that 2000 barrier. 1 Pleiades. This could be Nova and Infinity. You could just cut the Felgrand that I'm playing in here instead, or Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon. I'm just playing this because I wanted to play more rank 8 options. So like, because you have to play the Nova and the Infinity, which of course takes up an extra slot. The Nova is literally only used for the Infinity. So I wanted to like do something else with that space. 1 Felgrand, 1 Tachyon Dragon, 1 number 38. Then we have 1 Photon or Full Armor Dragon, and 1 Prime, or not Prime, this is the wrong one. Cypher Blade Dragon. Basically, these are Ixie exchange guys. You can just overlay them over top of any of your Ixies and just go ahead and pop cards with them. It's really nice. Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon, he can basically OTK, sort of like Boral Sword can, in the sense that he gains attack equal to all the combined ranks of all Ixies monsters on the field times 200. And if you have to detach for that during the battle phase, I believe, or damage step. And then if you have a Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon underneath him, he does full damage. If he does not, he does half. So keep that in mind. But most of the case, you're gonna be able to make this card with like a Knight and a Galaxy Eyes. So like that's never really gonna come up. And then if he dies the second standby phase after he was destroyed, he comes back with double attack. So like that's something for your opponent to have to worry about. An 8000 beater coming back in the next standby phase, or next 2 standby phases from that point. Cypher Dragon's nice because there's a good synergy with this and Cypher Blade. Because if you go into this, you can go into Full Armor, detach, destroy a card, go into Cypher Blade, detach, destroy a card, and then if Cypher Blade dies, you can just recur this back, which is one reason I really like it. And I was playing this over Infinity because I like that interaction. The fact that this can just like literally take a card from your opponent to do whatever you want with is nice. You can use it to link or whatever. It's just a really solid card. Then we have 2 number 90. Like the just the best extra deck card in this deck, in my opinion. You're like going to this card 90% of the time, hence the number 90, I guess. No, he negates monster effects. You can add a Photon or Galaxy card from your deck to your hand during your opponent's turn, or you can either add it to hand or attach it to it as material. Photon material can't be destroyed by card effects, and if he detaches a Galaxy card for whatever he's trying to negate, it destroys the card on top of that. But like, again, most of the time you're gonna have a Galaxy card underneath. It's gonna be like Knight and Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, which is nice. So you can like detach Galaxy Eyes, you'll negate and destroy the card, and then Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon protects it from being destroyed by a card effect because he is a Photon monster and a Galaxy monster. So if you need to detach Galaxy Eyes too, it would destroy the card as well, since he counts towards both. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this profile. If you guys enjoyed, I had to this is like my third time re-recording this profile, because the first time I did it, or the one I was gonna upload, was only 39 cards. I was just gonna upload it because I would have just said like, oh, the 40th card was supposed to be a second Galaxy Zero, which I was like, I'll just re-record the whole thing, so I have it. I don't need to like put in anything in the comments or anything. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this profile. I'm gonna be going to an OTS, at least hopefully going to an OTS like sometime next week or the following week. I might take this deck or Mermails, I'm not sure, because like I feel like this deck is just really strong, especially right now. It's like going first plays are really solid. It's consistent. It's unexpected, so I don't know. If I do that, I'll let you guys know in a follow-up video or on stream. By the way, follow me on Twitch if you haven't already. Join Discord for more updates and things like that. If you want to ask me any stuff in the Discord channel, feel free to. I post deck lists in there sometimes, other ideas, or just chatting or whatever. So yeah, that's going to do it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Check out Imperium Duelist also if you haven't already, if you're feeling up to it. And as always, guys, Winter Kill is signing out. We'll see you in the next one.